Hello everybody, and here I am back again. I just got quite a few new subscribers, so I thought I'd just let you know a little bit about me. So 10 years ago, it is nearly 10 years ago, I started on a weight loss journey. I was a size 20 to 22. I was 14, just over 14 stone, and I'd been dieting for 20 years by then. I am 54 now, and no matter what I tried, how I tried it, it just didn't click. It wouldn't click. And then one day it clicked, and that was it. I was off. And throughout my dieting journey, I have tried all different diets. But this one was, I calorie counted, I was low carb, I had plenty of fat on me. So I didn't need to take in too many calories, if you know what I mean. And I just did it. I lost 4.5 stone. Half a stone, sorry. I took off quite quickly because something happened in my life, and I did put it back on. So say 4 stone. Let's say 4 stone to be, real. And throughout all of that, I have kept most of it off. So I'm a few pounds more than I want than my lowest weight, which was just under 10 stone, but that's absolutely fine. I'm going through menopause. So, and I'm 54, even though I'm very active, I eat really well, that little bit of menopause fluff wants to stay. Now, in the last couple of months, I have now lost the weight that I'd gained by just eating rubbish and not really doing what I like to do. And I have lost 13.5 pounds. So that's, so I'm sort of where I want to be. I've got maybe a few vanity pounds around the middle, but I've got that extra middle bit now that just doesn't seem to want to go. So I think I'll just keep on doing what I'm doing and wear a pair of big knickers if need be. It's not making me mad or anything, it's not really playing on my mind like the extra weight was playing on my mind that I've put on over winter. So what I did, if you look, I did start on back on quite a low carb version of Slimming World, and I counted my sins, and and for the majority, so I reckon I lost about 9 to 10 pounds doing that. And then I started lowering my starchy carbs, and I've sort of transitioned back into a low carb, higher healthy fat way of eating, which is very, after all my research and looking online and reading books and looking at doctors and scientists, especially people that are versed in menopause, the higher healthy fats are where I'm going to be at. Good green vegetables, high healthy fats, good sources of protein, very, very restricted on, say, starchy carbs such as pasta, rice, stuff that I don't really eat anyway, bread, cakes, sugar, potatoes. These are things I don't particularly eat a lot of, but yeah, so generally I am very low carb, and that worked really well with my sins and on, say, SP days. So I'm no longer on a diet. So thank you for Slimming Well for getting me back into that mindset of wanting to lose the weight, and I've lost it, and I've been, I'm keeping it off. So I'm really, really pleased with that. If you're looking over here, I'm looking at some staples in what I've got in my fridge, things that I eat most days and things that I use, throughout the week to keep me healthy. So I need omega-3s, which are really, really important, especially the ones found in meat and oily fish. Also my green veggies, good dairy. I don't use low-fat dairy. If I use any yogurt, it will be the 5% fat, because a lot of the fatty acids are actually in the fat. So, and it's high protein, but you do what you want to do. If you want to follow, say, a real Slimming World where you eat lots of pasta, rice, and you put all your other bits in there, that's up to you. We're all on the same journey here. So mine is body health and brain health, absolutely brain health. And I've noticed the last couple of weeks, I'm a bit foggy. It seems to be upping a little bit. You know, went upstairs, I got out of the shower, put my towel on, I was going to do something, stood up, forgot completely what I was doing. I ended up down in the kitchen thinking I needed to be upstairs, getting my underwear from my other room. So yeah, that sort of thing's happening, or just instantly forgetting what I'm trying to say. So I think I really need to get back on a higher healthy fat diet because my brain is scrambled. So what has gone out of my so I'm not eating any bars, you know, I'm just being really careful of my sugar intake. And of all the research I've done over the years, that's something that I know I can't have. So eating a healthy, varied diet. I eat fruit, I eat veg, I eat meat, I eat fish, I eat dairy. I might eat grains once in a while, but I don't think they do anything for me particularly. In fact, I'm intolerant of starch. I can't have any of that anyway. And it works really well for me. So I'll just show you what I have, shall I? So if you're doing Slimming World, I will tell you what this is. So I'm probably not bothering counting sins anymore. I sort of know what they are. And that's something, if you want to do Slimming World, there's plenty out there to do. But so smoked salmon, that is free. Absolutely amazing stuff. Smoked mackerel, again, a lovely fatty fish full of all those omega-3s that you need for brilliant brain health and to keep you going. So during menopause brain, you need to get pregnancy brain. I was like, oh, pregnancy brain, menopause brain, same sort of thing. I do eat that, and I really like, sorry about leaning forward, I really like anchovies. So these are in olive oil. I think you can get them in brine, but I just get them in olive oil, that's fine. And they're really nice on a salad, lots of green leaves, a little bit of Parmesan cheese. I won't eat croutons, a dressing, whatever you like. If you want to have a Caesar salad dressing, you can get some and count the sins, or you can make your own. There we go. And then I really like this sort of like lovely Spanish, that's Italian, sorry, Italian, look at there's the flag, ham, so either Serrano or prosciutto. And I'm not too concerned that the fat is very thin, so if you want low fat, cut it off, but this is really nice on salads with everything. So this is my fridgy bits. Obviously avocado, I have avocado probably 3 times a week. So maybe half an avocado, which is about 5 sins if you want to count it. As I say, I don't want to be on that diet train constantly, but I want to be on a healthy diet, but I don't want to be counting calories or sins or anything like that. Or carbs. I know exactly what I need to eat. So if you're happy, I've been on my journey and it helped me, and it's not something I am sticking to it, I suppose, but I'm not calling it I'm on Slimming World. That's what I do to lose weight. Slimming World is not there to give you a huge nutritious, tell you to eat what's the best for you. It just tells you how to lose weight. I think they have some nutrition guides. They do have the healthy extras are okay, depending on what your healthy extras are. And those healthy extras can be something like nuts, which I have. I really like nuts. I have those most times. Although, last time I had a nut, I must have cracked my tooth because it really hurt on an almond. And then the next day, or a couple of days later, I broke a bit of tooth off. So I've got an appointment Wednesday, luckily. Anyway, nuts. So you can count. I think you can have 5 or 6. I think 9 Brazils. So these are really healthy. Lots of fatty acids in there, and they keep you full. Lots of good protein. And seeds, you can have 25 grams, which I think is way too much, of chia seeds. You can get, a teaspoon or 2, which you can sin if you wanted, can actually get you quite a lot of omega-3s, especially if you're not a meat eater or fish. So, as I said, that's my fridge. So that's always in my fridge. Avocados are in my fridge. Lots of vegetables. So peppers, cauliflower, broccoli, carrots. My husband eats carrots. He's also low carbing. Lots of green veggies, asparagus, leafy green salads, some chard. Did I say peppers? Aubergine, tomatoes, all that good stuff. All your rainbow food. And then also I have almost every day is, say, half a tablespoon of this, which is 40 calories. So that'd be 2 sins if you're sinning it. So mix it up. Almond, that goes in there with that. And some chia seeds or some chopped nuts and some strawberries or raspberries or blackberries or blueberries. So that's such a filling meal. Obviously, the almond butter fills you up and the 5% yogurt fills you up. If I was to have 0% yogurt, it doesn't fill me up. So I really had to play with this to see what I want. Now, for 2 sins, you can have 125 grams of this. You can have some of this. And I think it works out about, adding it all up, if you have the chia seeds, if you have a really filling meal that you don't need to snack, you don't need a mid-morning snack, you don't need to snack on fruit, which for me is quite a high sugar thing. You've got about, I think it's about 6 sins. Well, if you've got 15 sins, if you want to spend sins on other things, that's up to you. But like I say, I'm not singing at the moment. I just feel it's a lot better for me. I'd rather spend 6 sins on that than a bag of crisps, which aren't going to do me any favours. In fact, it's going to make me eat more and more. That's just who I am. But don't worry. We still have snacks. We still have nice stuff. I really love chocolate. If you've gone through all my videos or any of them, you know that I am a bit of a chocoholic. So I like the 85%. This is the nicest. It's the Aldi. There's the mint chocolate. Above 70% is supposed to be, excuse me, really good for you. I have some that's maybe 50%, and I will count that, and I'll just be careful how much I eat. And I find, in fact, that this is so, because it hasn't got all the sugar in it, one is enough, and it really is so satisfying, this dark chocolate, that you can't eat a whole load of it. And I do like the Lindt dark chocolate with sea salt as well, and 2 bits of that is just fine for me. Whereas if I was to open a bar of milk chocolate, say a Cadbury's bar, I will eat the whole bar. It will be so, I won't have a stop button, because it's got the fat and it's got the sugar and it's got all the stuff in there that makes you want to eat more. Yeah, I will. And I've got these little 70%. So generally it's above 70%. Sometimes above 50%, but I like a darker chocolate. And like I say, don't eat as much. You know, you've got to have nice things. You can't hate the diet or the way of, you know, the way you like to eat and nourish your body. It's got to have a balance there, hasn't it? You've got to, it's not got to feel like a punishment or anything. And I know some, you know, yeah, if you're not having anything, you will feel deprived. Anyway, another fishy thing that I forgot to say is tuna. I have quite a lot of tuna, a little bit of tuna mayo. I have the hunter-gatherer mayonnaise, and it's made with just olive oil and lemons. It's really nice. And again, sin, if you want to sin it, I think 1 tablespoon is about 5 sins. So it's up to you. But 1 tablespoon might do sort of like 3 lots of this. So it's worth, rather than just, yeah, or a teaspoon is say 2 sins. So it's up to you. It's up to you, obviously. And I eat eggs all the time. There we go. Really good. Full, complete protein, all your omega-3s in there, all your good stuff. Every day, you know, I might have an egg mayo or scrambled eggs. Now, I'm not a huge fan. I don't go, oh, eggs. I know, but I just know how good they are for me. So I'm probably going to be going to the egg farm and getting a big tray. So for our mental health, that's what we want to do. Keep all the crap out. And just have once in a while. You know, I had an ice cream the other day, a Magnum. It was really nice, but I kept it. That's all I'm having, rather than it being an everyday thing. And it can easily do that, can't it? I'll tell you what I really like at the moment, and that's, well, I've always liked it, is the kombucha. It's £2 in Sainsbury's at the moment with your Nectar card. I got this in Aldi because it was down to £2.25. So actually, what I didn't realise is I should have gone to Sainsbury's. So I might pick up a few of these. Kombucha is really good for gut health. And we all know all the gut health and brain health, it seems to go together. And please do all your own research, because I'm no expert, although, you know, I do study a lot of nutrition, and especially nutrition for us ladies in menopause. And yeah, it just, everything to me points to a lower carb, no nasties, a good, so you can have like kefir or sauerkraut, a good sort of like fermented foods, healthy fats. But you know, that's what I've found out of all my daily studies. I research it a lot. Yeah, I really love that. So I always have olive oil in here. So I spray, one spray of these is about maybe a teaspoon. Yeah, so that's pretty good. And so I'm not overdoing it. I haven't got a lot of fat on me, apart from my tummy. So I don't need to add extra, I don't want to add extra fats. I'm not frightened of butter or anything like that. Mushrooms cooked in a little bit of butter is the best, obviously. I really like this balsamic glaze, but it's really sugary. So I've got to be very careful with that. So it's got, I can't see. So per 15 mil, that's got a lot of sugar in it. That's got 9 grams of sugar in it. So that's something I might spot on. So I could go for a balsamic vinegar instead, which is still probably quite sugary. But you could just use normal vinegar. And in fact, when I make coleslaw, I make a red cabbage coleslaw with red onions. Lovely purple food. It's so good for you. Beetroots, anything like that. I use a bit of this. I just something I put because I do have stomach issues and inflammatory issues. Apple cider vinegar with the bacteria in. Again, it's fermented good stuff. It's really good for you. I also add, on my breakfast yoghurt, I also add a bit of ground cinnamon. I just get the normal one, but I like it. It gives a sweet flavour without having to add sugar. So I don't know if that's helped any of you, but that is what I generally eat. So my breakfast will be, so that was what I have staples. It will either be my yoghurt with the fruit, the chia, the nuts, and the almond, what's it called? Almond butter, sorry. Either that, so I'll probably have about 100 grams of the yogurt. It's so filling, or 125 grams. Or I really love scrambled eggs, mushrooms fried in the tiniest bit of oil. You don't have to add too much. And when they're cooking, I add a little bit of water and some salt, and it gives it that, it seems to cook it. It seems to fry it in that as well. And I slice up some tomatoes, again, just one small spray of olive oil if you want. You don't have to. Some salt, some pepper, and some herbs, either chives or dill. Cover it up and microwave that so it cooks, and it's really nice, and it just makes the most delicious breakfast. So that's mushrooms, eggs, and tomatoes. It's lovely, and again, it fills you up. And I usually have 2 or 3 eggs, about 60 grams of mushrooms, and 1 tomato. And again, that's generally what I eat. I might have some bacon and just have the bacon medallions on it. I might have bacon and not cut the fat off, depending on how I'm feeling. Lunch is nearly always a huge green salad with all my salady bits chopped on it, and either some ham and eggs, some mackerel, any sort of protein, any meat or fish on there. And sometimes I do make a really nice tofu as well, which I marinate for a little while and fry up, and have that with I always do a big roast tray of vegetables, and that will be my peppers, tomatoes, red onions, courgettes, and whatever else I fancy. I do a big bake of those, and I add a little bit of oil. And so if you are thinning, it's negligible because you don't have to have a lot on there. Lovely. And I used to do it in the oven because it takes a long time. So now I've just been doing it in the air fryer and doing a couple of days worth. Oh, I put garlic in it as well. So on that salad, I might have some of those cold vegetables with the tofu, and I might even put some pine nuts on there, or I'll have some cheese on it, some olives. I still like to count my 60 grams of dairy cheese. I don't have a lot of milk, and I was in that. Yeah, so it's sort of working. If you look in the in the books, in the Slimming World, you can really play with it. You don't have to stick to it. You can really add what you like and take out what you like. So that is what I'm doing, and it's working beautifully. I'm going to insert a few photos of meals in a minute, and then at the end I'll insert a photograph of one that I took of something when I did a try on a few weeks ago, and one when I tried it on the other day, and it's the green top. And in fact, you know those dungarees, they probably would have fitted now. But you don't ever think it's going to happen. So £13.50 off, and I'm really pleased. So I sort of know what I can have. I like to measure, the only thing I'm measuring really is something like my avocado and my Greek yogurt, this, because it's a portion size. You know, I don't have to dump it all on. My chia seeds and some nuts. So I'm really just being very careful there. And sinning as and when. I am, you can see, if you're new to Slimming World, I suggest you get the books, go online and watch someone that does it that way, if that's what you want to do. So, because mine's slightly different. I think everybody has a slightly different way of doing it, and mine works beautifully for a low carb, which I have always been. You can go back. The only time I was never really low carb was when I tried veganism, because I was studying for a diploma. I thought, I'm going to try it and see what it's like. And I think I gained 8 pounds. I was really, really suffering tummy-wise, and I was really, really tired all the time. So obviously, personally, that didn't suit me. So, and if that's what you do, then, and it suits you, do it. Everybody is on a journey for their best health, especially as we're getting older. Everyone's on that journey to just make them, especially, you know, you might have rheumatism, you might have neck pain, all this. When I eat like this, I don't have any stomach issues, and I suffer. I don't have any arthritis issues. I don't have any neck pain, any, what's it called, plantar fasciitis, and it's just amazing. And you don't realise that you had pain before until you stop having these pains. So I'm so thrilled that it was just, I think probably yesterday before, I thought, oh, I haven't got any pains and aches anywhere. And that is obviously because I'm eating really nutritious foods, and I'm not even having very few inflammatory foods here. For some people, dairy might be inflammatory. I'm only having dairy in a little bit of cheese and this. I don't drink lots of milk. And also the highly processed foods that we know are really bad for us. Mainly, I will eat a whole food diet, meaning whole foods, meaning meat, fish, vegetables, and certain grains or seeds and nuts. And that seems to do me really well. Once in a while, I might just treat myself. I know it sounds really weird, doesn't it? Treat myself some lentils. But sometimes I might have some brown beans or some butter beans. I really like that. And just once in a while, because I know I've got to be careful with that. So I really hope this has helped you. I know I do gabble on. I don't read from a script, and I don't write anything down. I just seem to gabble on. So I think, dinners. So yes, dinners. It will be probably, again, a piece of fish or meat, a protein sauce, like a really rich protein sauce, a steak. I had a lovely steak with mushrooms and green beans the other day. That was lovely. Or was it? Or something. Anyway, I'll put some photos up, I said, at the end. And that really fills me up. That steak was gorgeous. I'll have a piece of chicken, which I've marinated nicely and done in the air fryer. I'll have prawns. I'll have a piece of fish. I'll have green veg and salad and other sort of like non-starchy veggies. They seem to work with me. Sometimes I might have a bit of butternut squash, but at the moment I'm not. And I seem to be doing really well. So that's... because it's lower carb, I will have some pink Himalayan salt just to make sure I've got my magnesium and soda in there. I also take magnesium at night. I always have done citrate or glycinate. And I do add a few things, you know, menopause supplements, maybe some turmeric. I'm really rubbish at taking them every day though, so I can't ever say, oh, they work really well. But I think it's helping. Everything I'm eating is helping. So if you'd like a bit more of less of a gabble, because I say I do natter, and more of an in-depth look at this, I'm happy to show you that. But hopefully you've got a bit of an idea of what to eat. Do I eat snacks? Not particularly. Although I do wake up at 4:30 in the morning, and then it's probably about 3 or 4 hours until I eat breakfast. I don't do intermittent fasting because I stop eating at about, say, 6 o'clock. Sleep, well, obviously fasting whilst I sleep, and then I'm up and busy, so I don't feel like I need to do intermittent fasting. Yeah, so 4:30, then I might not have anything to eat until about 8:30. And then I usually come home and have a cup of tea, a really nice, I know it sounds really weird, but I get a cup and saucer out, a teapot sometimes if I'm feeling really fancy, feeling a bit Bridgerton. I am feeling a little bit Bridgerton today, actually, ladies. Feeling a bit Bridgerton, a pot of tea, and I may have a couple of little bits of cheese, some olives, something like that as part of my snack. I'm not eating any crackers at the moment, or very, very rarely, but daily, no, nothing like that. No daily bread, crackers, anything like that. So, and that sort of keeps me really full. So breakfast is big, lunch is big, may have a little bit of cheese if I want, but I might be really full up from lunch. I'm really taking cues and trying not to eat when I'm not hungry, because I will stuff. I'm just I like to eat. And then I really look forward to my meal, which is going to be really luscious. So I'll put some things in here in a minute and I'll come back. So I hope those meals that I've put up have given you a couple of ideas of what I've been eating to lose 13.5 pounds. And this is how I'm hopefully going to stick to it. It seems to be really easy. I'm eating everything I enjoy. I'm having my treats if I want them. And I had some crisps the other day. I know I should, yeah, this is something that I have to be very careful about. I'm someone that could eat it all every day. So that's why I have to have a treat once in a while. And yeah, so that's it. And I'm on my feet all day. I'm hopefully going to go walking a couple of times a week with my sister, if she sticks to it. I'm someone that can stick to something, generally, apart from eating healthy. And yeah, so hopefully that'll just help me keep going, keep moving. As I say, I haven't had pain in my toes for so long. It's wonderful. My feet, my knees, I don't have too much pain anyway. I mean, but I do feel it sometimes in my fingers and my neck. But I think that's possibly part menopause, and hopefully the fact that I'm eating really healthy and keeping an eye on how I'm exercising is really helping that. So I don't know if you can see any difference. I think I can see a bit of difference in my face, but it's more around my tummy that I can see it a little bit here. I can see collarbones. I can see collarbones. So that was a before and after photographs of a few weeks of me eating the way I eat. And I'm really pleased. I think I can definitely see a difference there. And that's it. So sorry it's taken so long to get back to you. But I've just been extremely busy. We've been house sitting somewhere else last weekend before last. I work every other weekend. I've been doing lots at work. And by the time I come home, the last thing I can do is drag myself up and do a video, especially if I haven't got too much to say, you know, and I just wanted to really get this weight off and show you how I did it. On Thursday morning between 7 and 8, I've got an Ocado shop coming because they sent me a £20 off if I spend up to £60 or more than £60, and I've got some amazing deals. Plus I got £13 off in other ways, so I've got some amazing stuff. I love Ocado, I love some M&S bits. I've always done lots of Ocado shops, and when you get the money off, you can make massive savings. So I like Lidl and I like Ocado. One extreme to the other. So I'm going to say goodbye now. So you've seen my photos, and any questions, please put them down in the box. I know there's not many UK people online that I have found that eat a low carb, healthy fat diet. I think I obviously have done, and I say in the past I've used, say, the Slim World Whey to lose weight, which is a lower fat version of that, if you know what I mean. So any questions, I'm really happy to help. I've been doing this a long time, and it's something that I think I can definitely carry on with. You know, I've learned a lot from the Slimming World, especially the healthy greens, about not worrying about counting certain things and keeping your, what you call your sins, which would be anything that, say my chocolate I will do, a little bit of avocado maybe. This obviously I will count. So, you know, that seems to be working really well for me, and I can fit it into my life, my daily routine. My husband is also doing it. He's not worried about sins or anything, and he eats quite a bit more higher carb than me. So I will say goodbye now because I'm way over time. It was supposed to be 10 minutes and it's turned into half an hour. So I've really gabbled on, and I'll see you next time. Bye.